I'm in an illegal conservatorship and public guardianship. The reason these people have me in a conservatorship is because they are hiding the fact that the original landholders of America are alive. Their descendants are alive, and they are being held in bondage because the resources from the land has been stolen by very rich white men. They are holding me captive as a political prisoner because they know that if I was ever to reclaim what was mine, they would have to give back billions of dollars. Slavery didn't happen the way that they told us it happened. Slavery was never for everybody. Slavery was only for the original landholders of America. Everybody else lived their lives. They had children. They got married. They didn't know any different. Okay? They wanted to take the natural resources, and they had to get rid of the families who owned the land. And they're still holding us captive and holding us to this very day. Everything that you see going on right now is about this. They had a time frame before people like me woke up and figured out what the fuck was going on. Because I figured this out, I am surrounded by evil. My whole life is being controlled and orchestrated by these people. I'm literally in a public guardianship. I cannot leave my house without having a group, an entourage of evil following me everywhere I go, including the police departments. They do this in order to trigger me because they want to Baker Act me so they can put me in jail, put me in a psych ward, and nobody ever finds out the truth about who I am and what they did to me. This is all a coordinated effort by celebrities and politicians alike, because they don't just steal your land, they also steal your likeness and they steal your genetic information. If what I'm saying is not true, tell them to release all the Epstein files. They holding this stuff in the rest of those files, okay? They tortured me, they tortured my mother, they tortured my children, and they're my entire family, even if they don't understand what's happening, because a lot of them are being forced to participate in what's happening to me. A lot of them do not want to participate. They don't even understand. My own child is being forced to participate in this, where she almost went crazy and had to go to the psych ward because they're forcing her. A friend of mine from 20 years cried to me and told me that they threatened to unalive her son if she did not participate in this. My father threatened to be unalive. My stepdad had his money took from him. They are forcing people to come against me because I'm the one who knows the truth about what they have done. They have created an organized syndicate of evil on every level. And I'm tired. Okay? They use maritime law and the Sussex v. Trust of 1666, where they declare you incompetent in the courts, or they declare you legally dead. And then they hire somebody to come stand in as you to sign over paperwork in your name.
Hold up now, this is Shakiyla Williams, and she's about to give y'all some crazy information, not only on the Epstein files, but the fact that there are a lot of more Epstein out in the world, and how they use their programs and systems to control persons, to declare persons as dead, and so much more. So this video is very, very informative, and I would love for you guys to watch it fully and listen thoroughly, because I know for a fact that there are so many systems in place that are set in place for the higher ups and the billionaire club or the good club to easily overthrow someone or to easily silence someone. I know that for a fact. So this video was very, very interesting to watch, and I would really love for you guys just to listen and let me know your thoughts and perspective. I'm begging you guys, please, to watch the full video. Also, remember to drop a like and subscribe, show some love. Drop a like and subscribe, show some love. But enough of me talking, check out the clip.
Ask Prince Harry and Meghan Markle what I'm talking about. Ask Beyonce and JayZ what I'm talking about. They know what I'm talking about. I have been tortured and tormented. And what these people have is called plausible deniability. They feel like if they do not acknowledge what I'm saying, then it will not be seen as true by the public. They could have investigated a long time ago. They're choosing not to investigate because of money and politics. They're holding me captive for money that I didn't even know I had, and I don't even care. Keep the money. Leave me the alone. Let me and my family go. But they refuse because they're greedy, nasty, wicked creatures. They're not even human. And let them tell it I'm not human because they keep trying to destiny swap with me. But I'm very much human. I very much have a connection to the planet. I very much would never participate in anything like this for money and power. I would never do this, and they know I would never do it. Because what they do is they want to get you on their side. They want you to participate in the king of other indigenous landholders. And when you say no, they punish you. They punish you. They've been punishing me for resisting. And they're using plausible deniability to keep my truth from coming out. They could have investigated everything that I have said. They can investigate the poisonings. They can pull my blood and find out what is in my blood. I know that these people have put cyanide and rat poison and all types of things inside of my food. I have a pattern. I may not have a whole lot of physical evidence because they have created this program where you do not have physical evidence. They did that purposely because they don't want people to find out about it. But I have a pattern of misconduct and a whole lot of things in movies and media. That's why JayZ wanted a law to be passed where they can't use song lyrics inside of court cases.
Prince Harry, Meghan Markle, Beyonce, JayZ, y'all need to answer, man. Y'all need to answer to this young lady, because if y'all are new, this is not her first nor second time actually breaking her silence. If you want to call it breaking her silence, she has been making a lot of videos. You know, she was one of the first actually to file the lawsuit with JayZ and Jeffrey Epstein within it at once. And, you know, she did a lot of things, but she made it clear to the public that it went nowhere. Because as we know, when you're such a simple person going up against these big elites, you know, really and truly, if the public is not really much into it, then I'm sorry, man, but you ain't going nowhere. And what I mean is that when the public isn't giving it enough highlight, or the public doesn't know much about it, like for example with the Diddy case, where it was exposed so much and so much pressure was from the public, you know, it was harder for him to, you know, just get away instantly. But when you are battling alone and more in silence and less public, less persons knowing, and remember, you're already just a normal person, you're not a rich person, you're not a person that's in the club, then more than likely you ain't gonna go nowhere. And that is what Miss Williams shared to the public. No, she have had her accounts banned. She has posted that she is always being supervised, people pulling up to her house, people pulling up and following her, stalking her. She said that her family members had been forced into basically cooperating to help, you know, keep her silent, and so much more. Like, she basically makes it clear how far these people go to keep her silent, and they try to do things for she to flip out so they can put her in prison and even make her more disturbing. So I want you guys to really look into everything that she's saying. and really think about it, because it's crazy, man. Just imagine you're living a life like you're a prisoner. You're not in prison, but you're living a life and it seems like you're a prisoner because of everything that is happening, everything that has happened, and everything that could happen. It's really crazy when you think about it, man. Really, really crazy. Drop a like and subscribe because this video needs to go viral.
Because a lot of the crimes that they commit are in the music because they practice universal law. They have to tell you what they're doing. That's why they came out with a lot of these movies within this generation, because they plan on doing things that they did back then again. Sarah's Oil, that's one of them. And the story of Henrietta Lacks. Because y'all have to understand that being an original landholder comes with a certain genetic makeup. It's not just about land, it's about your connection to land. It's about the genetic makeup of you. That's why they use a lot of biological warfare, because we do not die from the same things everybody else dies from. Our cells are different. And they've been using our cells to create all types of technologies. All of this stuff you hearing about soul transfers and immortality, all of that shit comes from what people from America do naturally. This is the hidden science of the genetics of the people from Turtle Island. They don't want to tell you about that. And they're holding me captive, not physically, but they're holding me captive in a way where I cannot live my life the way that I desire. I can't make the money that I want to. They've closed my bank accounts down. They blacklisted me from working. They go into my communities that I'm in and they spread rumors about me. They put me in public guardianships where everybody in the communities that I'm in are following me around and spreading rumors and lies about me. I can't live my life the way that I want to because of these people and this money that I didn't even know was mine. An inheritance that I didn't even know belonged to me. And they don't want me talking to the targeted community because a lot of you are going to find out exactly why you were targeted in the first place. And it's for the same reason. Especially if you're melanated and you're indigenous. This is why. They ain't just doing it for fun. It's about money. It's about money that they've stolen, that they do not want you to reclaim. They've already gone to the courts and declared you incompetent. So now they have to make you incompetent by creating this environment of toxicity. And they use all types of methods and psychological warfare to do it. And in my case, they use celebrities as well. The people who they have placed in positions of power over the black community. They use them to torment me, even if they didn't want to.
Whoa. No, this was definitely interesting, right? No, as she said, she was talking, some time on slavery. Some of the time she was talking on science. Some of the time she was talking on, where you're from. And all points that she made is very interesting. I understand if some persons may not want to believe. I do understand that because, some things you really have to do your research. And I believe a lot of things, especially when it comes down to research, and a lot of things are hidden away. A lot of things you can't really just go on Google and find. A lot of things you have to do some deep digging. But I also believe a lot of things they literally wipe away from the internet because it's just so deep. But let me get back on track, right? She was basically saying that a lot of the persons that are a type of persons and type of place that they came from, the type of soul that they have, right? Because she mentioned soul transfer or soul sharing. And I understand, once again, if you do not want to believe these stuff are like on a higher understanding, right? But I understand where she's coming from. And my perspective on it is that I believe the spiritual realm is real. And when I say that, I simply mean that I believe you have persons out there that can mess with your soul. I know you're going to have persons that say only the creator has the power to do that. But when I say mess with your soul, I mean they have a sort of way to control you. It may not be your soul, but just you on a whole human state. But I believe they have ways out there where they control person and, control them. Not literal soul swapping, because that's on another level, right? And y'all know me. I always share my perspective, and I ain't going to be biased. I'm not too sure when it comes on to soul swapping, right? Soul swapping, because when we talk about the soul, that's on another level, right? That's on another level. As I said, I believe they have stuff that they can control the human itself, right? Their brain and those stuff. But when it comes on to the soul, that's another conversation, man. So that is why I say I don't really believe much in that conversation as yet. I do share my points, and that is what exactly I'm doing. But other points that she made when it comes on to slavery and when it comes on to they taking our money, facts. And I believe we all can agree with that. Like, that is no big brain. Like, come on, we all can agree with that. Facts. And as she said also, a lot of the times when they take your money and take your stuff, they basically portray you to be incompetent. They declare you incompetent, so you can't really fight for your stuff. And when I say fight, I don't mean physical fight, but court and all of that. And they easily get away, right? So as I said, systems are in place for this stuff to be much easier for the elites and much harder for the person that they are trying to silence. It's just simple as that, man. I don't know how much more you guys want me to put it, but it's very simple as that. Systems are in place. And as I said earlier, if you do not have the public, that will put more pressure on the situation, it's gonna be like you going up against some titans. You ain't gonna really make much of a difference, and it's just the truth. And even sometimes when the public has the person back, if the elite is a top person or they are deemed to stay in the club, best believe they are going to stay in the club, and it doesn't matter who you have with you, you ain't going to come out on top, man. It's just the truth. So I want you guys to let me know your thoughts and your perspective. Remember to drop a like and subscribe, show some love. Drop a like and subscribe, show some love. Thank you for your time. Thank you for watching. It is your boy Premium Celeb, and as usual, I'm out.